the bride and groom. What a wonderful day we're having. I'm Darcy, Claire's older brother, and Aaron's new brother. I will be your master of ceremony, here to help you have a good time, but I need you to help me help you have a good time. So, when Anna and Claire asked me to MC the wedding, I was very honoured, and my parents were quite delighted because it's kept me relatively sober most of the day. For those that don't know me, I'm the black sheep of the family. Yeah, it really couldn't be true. How much better Claire?
A pinch like you do.
Is the me in every way. But for those that know me, you know that's true, although I know that she wouldn't say that. She's always come to my defence. Even when I'm wrong. I promise not to embarrass her, hopefully for some laughs, and can guarantee some tears. As the Reverend Joseph Tribbiani said, today is about having and sharing and giving and receiving. I believe that quote means give generously when you buy a round and share your experience with a couple as you go through their day. Claire and Aaron asked me to do a little poem or something to commemorate their day. Now, I've written many poems and a couple of songs, but I thought I'd try my hand at a fairy tale. Don't sound off. After me, there will be 3 traditional speeches. But please remember, before we begin, the words of Claire's favourite writer, Mr. P. Dunphy. If you really want to enjoy yourself, lower your expectations. So, what do I need from you? Quite simple. What?
I'm not sure how to take that.
It's quite simple. We've all been at weddings where you're desperately wondering if someone will get funny. I've had a couple of laughs so far, so that's good. But you're wondering, my God, when will it end? And my mum is already looking at me, I can feel her eyes. But you can all help that. Laugh when you need to. Give us a big aww when required. And if you need to give a big hey, well, just do it. Look, be heard, people. You're part of this. Let's have a wonderful time. Now, my game plan was simple. get so dehydrated from crying at the wedding that I'll have nothing left. Shock horror, that didn't work. Anyway, so the fairy tale. We have our leading man and our princess dressed in white. The story, well, it's already written. I just have to narrate it. It is, however, me, so it has to have a little bit of daftness in it. This is also, in my way, an apology to my wee sis, because I should have been more supportive. Over the years, for her favourite muse, the panto. Now, I'm not a massive fan of the panto, but I know it's... And I know that she loves it, so I've decided to narrate this like I would do in a panto. Oh, no, you're not. Yes, I am. This also allows me to play the part that I was born to. No, not Prince Charming, those days are long gone, but the daft and funny Widow Twankey. I actually don't know which way this goes anymore. So, sit back, relax, as I take you through a short 90-minute story. Intermissions, obviously, with ice cream and stuff, of their life so far.
Wow.
Mic drop.
This is the Prince. The Prince and my wee sis. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listen to my words as their story unfurls. 19 years ago, a boy asked a girl to ask another girl to be his girlfriend. That girl was Claire, and she was delighted. Now she had Aaron as her boyfriend. 19 years is a long time. And much has happened along the way, from parties and events to many a fun holiday. They met very young. Their relationship started in their teens. Then Claire left Inverness for Nottingham at only 16. Aaron too had decisions to make with what he would do in his future. Shinty was a must. Working was in his blood, but Claire, well, she was for sure. He would travel down to see her, and she would come home to us all. Then Claire finally moved home to the Highlands. She was missed by one and all. They've travelled around the world. America, France, Cyprus is her favourite destination. They've been to the Canaries, so Aaron could see the Venga Boys on one occasion. Both hard workers themselves, they have even worked together. Cobb's Cafe, HIS, Aaron the hotelier, Claire helping out. I don't know why Claire cried when she worked with Aaron, but possibly of her own doing, I have no doubt. Their friend group is strong and vast. Look at you all here today. But what it shows is how good friends they are to you, you are to them, and that is a mainstay. Their first home together was just ripped from a storybook. A little cottage tucked within a wood. A great little home to continue and grow their relationship as they would. Then our poor Prince Charming, as they moved closer to Broome Drive. Thank goodness not long after, their noble steed Harris was by his side. A beautiful home in the middle of Delnice. I hope you'll be there for years. Don't worry about pitter-patters for me. Harris will do, along with some cold beers. So, wee sis, Tinkerbell, my wee pal. Claire? at your big occasion. Not even Cinderella could hold a...
Fuck me.
Come on, Gus. Not even Cinderella could hold a candle to you today. That is without question. Toots. Toots. Big man, Aaron, brother and friend.
For him and me.
You've been part of my life for a long time, and I love you. Of that I would never pretend. See, folks, this is a fairy tale, but it didn't need a glass slipper, nor a rose, or to be awakened by a kiss. Just took this man to get down on one knee and propose to my wee sis. Which brings us to today, where nobody will have to leave before the clock strikes 12. I'm only getting to have a drink now and be able to talk to yourselves. Thanks, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first and definitely not the last time this evening, can I ask you please to stand? Take this request from me. As their clans come together in the Highlands of Scotland amongst the lochs and the heather, look after them as they weave their story and enjoy tonight's Highland fairy tale ball. To my wonderful friend and brother Aaron, and to the fairest of them all. Slàinte mhath, Aaron and Claire.
Strong finish.
Now, what you might not know is that on Saturday, the 3rd of June this year, the happy couple celebrated their 19th anniversary. And I know many of you have not seen the photo board, but when you do, you will notice a photo of the two young 13-year-old teenagers on a school trip to Ardèche in France. And so that was the beginning of their 19-year journey to here, your original childhood sweethearts. And with Aaron's, and you look at it, Aaron's arm is around Claire, and Claire's smile is beaming at him. I have to say, that was the first time I saw that photograph last weekend. If I had saw it many years before, I have to say, as a police officer, I would have been phoning Highland Education Authority just about their chaperoning, child protection, and the right. However, you know, but they are here today, and what can't be said about this couple is they haven't rushed into anything. Ever supportive. She said, no. She says, this morning, she says, John, she just slipped me a little note, just a note, that was all. Just a note. Says, there's a note. Says, now read that before the speech, and you'll be fine. It'll be okay. And it says, don't mumble. You know, most of the time we don't understand you anyway, but don't mumble. Don't go on and on. You know what you're like. We don't want anyone fainting before they get their meal. Just welcome everybody, check. Thank everyone for coming, check. Say something nice about Claire and Aaron. I can do that. Make a toast and sit down. P.S. Don't go on and on. P.P.S. No politics. P.P.P.S. Don't go on and on. P.P.P.P.S. Don't talk about Harris. Harris is a gorgeous Cocker Spaniel. He belongs to Claire and Aaron, but I'm his favourite. This is the part I traditionally would welcome Aaron to our family. And of course, here we go. I'm delighted to do that. But actually, it's a bit redundant, because for Joe and Graham and I have considered him as part of our family for a long time. Despite the madness that is in the Darcy household, you know, so many years. He has holidays with us, come back at all time to many happy occasions. And indeed, he's been there to support us on those sad occasions that do occur to us. Yeah. For me as Claire's dad, this is supposed to be partly a sad time, as I realise I'm no longer the first man in my daughter's affection, Aaron. You know? But the truth is, I lost that position to him a long time ago, and I couldn't be happier about it. So Aaron, I want to thank you for how happy you make my girl, and because it actually gives me such reassurance, as I know you always will. Oh, here you go. Yeah. Now, what can I say about the wee one? She doesn't like me calling her that. You know, my Clary. She did say, no, I'm Claire, Dad. You know, of course, every father will tell you how special their daughter is, and of course, they would be exactly right. But I want to try and explain why it's true of Claire. And I know there'll be many in the room, even if I can't get it through, will respond to this. And it's quite easy. Maybe not so easy. She's just such a big heart. Yeah, we drum, cheers. And it's full of kindness and joy. And everything she does, and every friendship she has, and there's so many, from school, from many pantomimes, from TFX, or Performance Art School, and of course my long-time friends from college in Nottingham. Yes, and how wonderful that is kept up. Claire has a simple approach to life. Just be nice to people, and they'll be nice back to you. My old, cynical police head would say to her, well, sadly, Claire, you know, life's just not like that. But she would just fire back and say, well, Dad, it absolutely should be. We should have good news, not just bad news. And whatever, that's the way I am. And as she says, and from her, she's always saying, I am so lucky. Down to all of you in here, because I get so much kindness given back to me. And that's from her, not from me. And then just this last week, as we're out in one of our many walks, as she tells about children, the tiny tots, the thing with there, the teenagers are so great in the performance, and everyone. We were walking the dog, and I said, great, it's not been great weather. Oh, we'll just go out for a walk, we're fine. Half a mile from the car, the heavens opened. And then I hear this voice. Even Harris was trying to get to the car. And I hear this voice. What's she doing? She's singing in the rain. And then the next one, I turned round and she's beaming smile with a week to go to her wedding. Could get a flu? No. She said, and then the next thing it's it's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. I think that was a reference to me. For 12 years, she's been teaching dance. Last difficult one.
Go on, Dad.
She has put smiles on the faces. Another little drum. Well, not hundreds, but thousands of children. She's been a teacher, agony aunt, sometimes counsellor, even to me, to many teenagers and sometimes parents too. When she left TFX this summer, it was wonderful to read the heartfelt messages from some of those teenagers, thanking her not just for teaching them dance, but for the support and understanding. If you saw them, lovely messages during what can be challenging years for young teenagers. She used those qualities for a year when she worked in the police control room, taking hundreds of calls from people. She's always putting herself down, and yet she is so able at so many things. But I got it wrong. This is the last one to struggle with. But her greatest joy is that big fellow there. It's the time she has with Aaron. Yeah. As a couple, they're very alike. They don't suffocate each other. They're very individual. They support each other, but they let everyone go their way in doing it. They support family and friends always been there to do it. And sometimes I'm asked, can you give advice? Yeah, or I saw on the Google, that's what a father should do, the father of the bride, offer them some sage advice. Well, I know there's many in this room who say to me, and I'm looking at some of them saying, what sage advice could you give? But I say, so one of us going to say as well, you really need to think about yourselves now. This is your future. But why would they? Why would it be any different from they've been from all these years? They always are ready to support family and friends. And I know their friends are happy to have this couple in their lives. So, my last task today is to ask you to be upstanding, because it's my privilege to ask you to join me to wish them a long, happy and healthy future. To Aaron and Claire. And now I'm going to enjoy myself.
Good afternoon, everyone. And on behalf of... I wasn't expecting a reply back there. But it is audience participation, so good afternoon, everyone. Okay, we'll be fine. On behalf of my wife and I... Okay, so I know you're all thinking that we've rushed into this. And really, we should have taken more time, weigh up this decision, think about it, but I can assure you that we are both delighted to be here with you all today now as a married couple. The ceremony today was always going to be at St. Stephen's Church. There's one down the road, but that doesn't matter. It's always been a special place for Claire and for her family. And, actually, Peter here said to me on the way in, Aaron never really struck me as someone who's religious that much. And he's absolutely right. But grow up. But I do believe in something. I do believe everything works out like it's supposed to. And however we got here today, that came earlier than I thought. But I think we both knew that our journey was going to come here to a day like this at some point. So when we sat down, started to plan the wedding, we started making some lists. And my life is just lists, that's what it is. So I thought, wedding is another list. But I didn't know it would be just how many lists. In fact, we got these lists mixed up. I'm looking out at the guests and thinking, we had a list of people that meant to be here, people that were not meant to be here, and something's got blurred. But it doesn't matter, the show must go on. And we are really glad to have you here. But talking of lists, everything that you see in here, everything the light touches, as they say, is pretty well down to Claire's magic and creativity in everything she does. So that in itself just deserves a big round of applause, I think. But John and Joan and Darcy have always made it so easy for me to be part of the family from day one. Day one. Darcy, you weren't day one, actually. But why did I write that? That's ridiculous. But it was soon after day one, okay? John always had plenty of beers in the fridge. Joan was trying to put me down with an extra roast potato every time I came. But I always felt very welcome in their family, and have done for a very long time. You're a wonderful family. You can't do enough for Claire and I, and we appreciate everything you do, and we love you all. Right. I'd like to take a moment of appreciation for the bridesmaids. Woo! A maid of honour. Elsie, Bria, Kira, Siobhan, and Holly. Are you not happy with your placement? Do you know what? I knew having this top table with two sides was a bad idea. You all look fantastic. I'm looking forward to the Beyonce cover that you're doing on the dance floor later. Sorry if I gave that away, but you got to do it now. All five of you are so important to us. We appreciate your friendship and your help in the run-up to the wedding. It's just been quite incredible. So please give them a big round of applause. And a big shout out, toast to the bridesmaids. Claire has so many amazing friends, and we'd also like to mention Table 5 over there. These guys have travelled up from the Manchester area, and although the meetups are not very often, they're just like they've always been, which is like natters. No, no, it's always been a great support to Claire, and she counts you as your English bridesmaids. So obviously you didn't make the cut, you know what I mean? I think they've got a dance-off challenge coming with the actual bridesmaids. They'll be doing all that stuff, so okay. A special thank you goes to our beautiful flower girls, Bonnie and Annie. The next part says, please give them a big cheer, but you've done that. So thank you, Bonnie and Annie. They did a perfect job of setting the scene in the ceremony today. To my ushers and groomsmen, just cheers for showing up. It's good of you to double the bar sales for the Crown Court in the space of 30 minutes. That was good. But everyone's good at something, eh? Brodie, Darcy, Kev and Pete, you all know what you mean to us and to me, so thank you very much. Right. Okay. How's it go? Drum. Right. My best man. I was just getting rid of some nervous energy there. I mentioned that we mixed up the guest list, but every bloody one he was on them, so we're no getting away from him. But he is the person that I couldn't imagine not having here by my side of me today. I want to skip this bit, I'm going to say it.
See it.
Say it. Say it.
Remember that time? No. No, that's not my job. We have got a friendship that is untouchable, and I couldn't be prouder to call my brother. The truth is, he's been the best man my whole life, and not just today. Might need a wee more whiskey, I don't know.
Bar, whiskey, double.
It's actually okay. I've got a Guinness, a Peroni, I don't know. And cheers. To my own parents, we just want you to know that we love you and we thank you for all your support and guidance. I know it was an easy job raising an angel like me. It wasn't a joke, but as an adult now, I have nothing but appreciation for everything that you do for us, everything that you do with us. We love you, so thank you very much. So now to my beautiful bride. keep this one here. Seeing you walk down the aisle today, you've never looked so amazing. As they say on stage, $1 million. Claire has put in an incredible effort to give us all an amazing day. I think I said that bit already. I'll say it again. Everything the light touches has been made and organised by Claire. She loves wanking, what can I say? Claire, you are simply a one-off in this world. You're the first person to help someone else. You'll always think yourself last. And now, finally, I'm proud to stand here as your husband. I know we'll have many more happy occasions in our life together, and that starts with the party tonight. Please join me in a final toast to the bride. To the bride! I hope everyone has... I really thought I would look out more, but I'm kind of glad that I'm not, because... Hope everyone has a great night. They say great guests make great weddings. So if you don't enjoy yourselves, it's your own fault. Time for a drum.
The best man. Okay.
Oh shit.
No shit's needed. Okay. I would just like to start with an enormous thank you to you all being here today for Aaron and Claire, and indulging me for the next few minutes whilst I try not to cry. But I see that there's good precedent for it today, so I'm a good company. So, and I certainly like John pioneering going for a dram every time we need it to, so thanks for that too. So, yeah, I'd also like to just quickly take an opportunity to thank Elsie, Claire's maid of honour, and also to bridesmaids Holly, Kira, Siobhan, and Bria. And to thank them for their help and support, not just over this weekend, but over the years, for this incredible husband and wife. Given that the first time that Aaron and Claire met, they were only 9 years old, it may not have been love at first sight, but maybe possibly more something like destiny at first sight. It's going to be a long enough 5 minutes. Well, right. Whilst it's been obvious to everyone for many years now that they are such a perfect match, we cannot very well ignore the time it's taken for Aaron to propose. I mean, as content goes, it's solid, so. Just some of the things which have happened since Aaron has met Claire. The fourth rail bridge has been painted 3 times. Scotland have qualified for a European Cup at football. And just about a World Cup. There has been no less than 6 Prime Ministers. And they're just about putting the finishing touches on the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. So today might mark the legal and public acknowledgement of joining of families, but in reality, Clan Darcy have been a big part of the family for many years already. Rumour has it that Aaron decided when he first started dating Claire that he was going to propose to her. He just wanted to finalise the guest list first. So. To be honest, there could easily have been double the amount of people here today, such as the widespread love for these two people here. Between that and the nature and size of our family, presenting the unenviable and damn near impossible task of invitations, I'm just privileged to have made the cut, so thank you for that. For years, Aaron's been so committed to Shinty and his work that it's more often than not, on a Saturday you'll find that he's done a split shift at the hotel, getting all set up for a wedding, nipping out to play 90 minutes of Shinty and then back to work until the wee small hours, proving that he does have it in him to assure a wedding does happen, even if his own has taken the 19 years. Yeah. Right, so solid, it's absolutely solid. So Aaron and Claire share an obvious love of music, and particularly country music. It's pretty much integral to almost every aspect of their life. Not normally someone who looks for a microphone or publicity. However, he's certainly not one to shy away from a karaoke opportunity. It's pretty much in the blood at this point. All card trips when we were younger would always include Garth Brooks or Neil Diamond, Susie Bogus, or of course the Eagles. But yeah, music's an enormous part of Aaron's life. Probably started just when we were teenagers trying to get away with house parties, to be honest. Doing pretty much everything imaginable to try and cover our tracks. The house would be immaculate. Post-party, the house would be immaculate, only to be undone by the tiniest of things, such as the bloody dishwasher being completely full of every glass in the house. Once we left for Shinty early in the morning on the Saturday, we were headed to Ardnamurchan, thinking that we absolutely nailed it this time. Except that day Aaron broke his finger and we ended up getting home much later than we'd planned. Also forgetting that we had every single window in the house wide open to air the place out. So that scuppered us that time. Or having scoured the house to remove all evidence, forgetting to check for carnage in the garden, you know, bricks and all sorts in the garden. Yeah. Speaking of parties, so my mum recalls a Hogmanay party at the house when we were younger. Aaron was allowed to have a beer or two to ring in the bells. Just don't mix your drinks was the instruction. The next morning, Aaron is predictably shouting at the toilet on the bathroom floor. To which my mum said to Aaron, "Well, I told you not to mix your drinks." Aaron replies, "But I didn't." He says, "Yes, you did. I saw you with a beer 1 minute. You then had a glass of bubbly, and then a Bacardi Breezer, and I'm pretty sure I saw you with vodka later on." And Aaron's response was, "Yeah, but I didn't put them all in the same glass." So, this past June held a rather special moment the day before Aaron's birthday. We went to see Guns N' Roses performing in Glasgow. Sweet Child of Mine was on the mixtape, which Aaron was more or less born to, and songs always had a special place in the family, I suppose. Whilst at the concert, we were all dressed as the band. My mum was Axl Rose, I was the drummer Steven Adler, and Aaron is the one and only Slash. Complete with long black hair and top hat, many people stopped us, particularly Aaron, for photos, and one even asked him, "Are you supposed to be Slash?" To which Aaron's fully in-character response was, "What in the fuck do you mean, supposed to be Slash?" Completely coincidentally, he's dubbed Slash here at Shinty by his teammates. And surely not the cynical fouling, though, right? So, surely. Now, few people manage to avoid making a complete arse of themselves quite as well as Aaron does. So, in the context of best man speechwriting, it's a pain in the arse. But he is the perpetual duck on water, unflappable, calm, collected up top. But you just know he's working like hell under the surface. If there's anyone talented enough to choreograph a dance which incorporates a change of socks halfway through it, it could only be Claire. Today, my heart is full. What more could one person ask for in a brother, a man, a best friend? There's nothing that Aaron wouldn't do for his friends or his family. Now, Yeah. Having Aaron in my life has meant I've felt I can do anything. Whatever comes our way, I know somehow we will overcome it. Looking back to our days of working together at Loch Ness Country House Hotel, it was like something out of a movie, or possibly Fawlty Towers, with the big man playing Basil himself. And there's no small amount of the characteristic right in there as well. So. There hasn't been a single time where Aaron has not had my back. Through any point in my life, I've been on the fortunate side of feeling how honoured, privileged and lucky I am to have had him looking out for me, looking after me, and being there for me. And I know I'm not the only one. Definite dram. So, Aaron and Claire, as you take centre stage and move forward into your married life together with Harris, may you... May you both be at full volume with your fans in the audience as we are today. So I'd like you all to please stand and raise a glass and raise the roof to Aaron and Claire. Yeah.
I've got none left.
I know you have it.
That was perfect.
I'll give you that. Thank you. Enjoy yourself there.